The first image of the newer generation of My Little Pony has finally been revealed, and it may have confirmed the return of 4 ponies that bronies absolutely adore. But who are they? Does this image reveal what My Little Pony G6 will actually look like? And when is this new generation going to premiere? Stick around because you're about to find out. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and yep, we finally got our first official details about My Little Pony G6. And honestly, I have to admit, some of it got me really excited, while other parts completely caught me off guard. First of all, this new generation is going to be called My Little Pony Forever Friendship, as you can see on screen. And get this! They've already released what will most likely be the opening theme for G6. I'm not sure if I'll be able to play a clip of it due to copyright. You know how it is, right? Overall, I actually liked it. It has that light, catchy indie pop vibe that's really easy to listen to. At the same time though, it also felt a little generic to me, without that same vibe G4's opening had. But I mean, maybe that's just me, I don't know. Alright, now the part everyone's been waiting for. What the new ponies actually look like. And yes, G6 is bringing back the main 6, or should I say main 4, since there are only 4 of them this time. Wait, 4? Where are Rarity and Applejack? Don't worry, we'll get to them in a second. Let's start by taking a look at Fluttershy. She still has that same sweet, shy vibe, and for the most part, she keeps the same defined traits as her G4 design, with just a few tweaks here and there. I have to admit though, I'm not really sold on her new mane. I definitely prefer her old look, but maybe it's just that initial shock since I'm used to her G4 design. Who knows, maybe it will grow on me over the time. Now, one detail I thought was really cool is that her cutie mark now shows up in her eyes. I'd already seen some fan art using that idea, so it honestly wouldn't surprise me if the designers took some inspiration from the fandom. And take a look at her hooves. From what I can tell, the shapes almost look like little hearts or even butterfly wings, which is a direct nod to her cutie mark and her personality. Pretty adorable. Next up is Pinkie Pie, and honestly, she hasn't changed at all that much. The biggest differences are the blue streaks in her mane, her new haircut, and her cutie mark, which now features her heart-shaped balloons. She also has a little yellow heart in her eyes as a nod to her cutie mark. And out of every Pinkie Pie design I've seen, both official and fan-made, this one is gorgeous. I absolutely love her eyelashes are rounded to match both her curly mane and her cutie mark. And while you're at it, go ahead and leave a like to the video if you also loved not just Pinkie's new design, but the other ponies' designs too. Now, let's talk about Rainbow Dash, who also looks pretty similar to her G4 version. Her bangs have been tweaked a bit, but her signature rainbow colors are pretty much unchanged. What we still don't know is whether the rest of her mane will be that pixie cut like Zips from G5, or it will be more of a medium-length style. Another detail that really caught my eye is the little lightning bolt under her eye. A fun nod to the fact that she's still 20% cooler. On the top of that, she also has a yellow lightning bolt on her eye, and even her hoofs follow the same theme. They look almost triangular, giving Dash a much more aggressive, sporty look. And finally, we've made into Twilight Sparkle, who, by all the appearances, it's going to remain the main protagonist at this new generation. Visually, she keeps all of her classic looks, but now she has a blue streak in her mane. Another detail I really liked is that her cutie mark appeared in her eyes. along with a little purple crescent moon, and instantly it reminded me of Lauren Faust's original concept for Twilight, where she was much more connected to astronomy and celestial themes. And before anyone points it out in the comments, yes, I noticed she's a unicorn now instead of an alicorn, but honestly, that's how she always was, remember? Ever since the first generations. It was only at G4 that she eventually became an alicorn, which raises an interesting question. Do you think this new Twilight will also go through that same transformation later on? I honestly have no idea, but I definitely want to hear from you guys. Let me know down in the comments and let's talk about it. And notice that Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark now has 3 little white stars representing her friends instead of 5 it used to have. That's because this time around, they'll be the main 4 instead of main 6 like they were in G4. So the large stars represent Twilight herself, while the 3 smaller stars represent Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and Rainbow Dash. Yeah, I know that might be a little disappointing, after all the series is called Eternal Friendship and we don't even have all 6 friends together. Ironic, isn't it? And from everything I've discovered by researching and reading, it all comes down to one simple reason: toy sales. For whatever reason, Rarity and Applejack never sold as many toys as the other ponies, and unfortunately that's just how it goes. Everything revolves around how much money the company earns from its merchandise. To give you an idea, back in the Camp Cutie Mark teaser, the main characters were originally going to be Twilight Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie, without even including Fluttershy. That only changed because at the time, Fluttershy wasn't selling toys nearly as well as she is now. These days, she's become way more popular, especially on TikTok and Instagram. But maybe not all hope is lost. After the 4 new characters were revealed, some fans asked why Rarity and Applejack had been left out. In response, the official My Little Pony account hinted that this is only the initial lineup for the girls. As the series moves forward, more familiar faces are expected to show up. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Hasbro made the right call by starting with just 4 main characters, or would it have been better to bring back all 6 right from the start? Let's talk about voices. Since G6 won't take place in the same universe as Friendship is Magic, the original 2010 voice cast won't be returning. We don't even know if the setting will still be called Equestria, so who's voicing the new main 4? Pinkie Pie will be voiced by Kaya Kanashiro, a Canadian actress whose voice sounds a lot like the original Pinkie. Fluttershy will be voiced by Kayla Sampson, who is not only an actress but also a singer and a dancer. Rainbow Dash will be played by Ava Preston, who also looks as an actress and voice actress. And Jenna Weir will be Twilight Sparkle, and she's an actress, singer, and a voice actress as well. Honestly, I really like the new voices. They capture a lot of what made the original so iconic, while still bringing their own unique personalities to the characters. But now let's talk about the elephant in the room: the episodes. The episodes will now be just 9 minutes long, which is half the length of G4's, since those usually ran between 22 and 23 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, that has me a little worried. Usually, and I do mean usually, not always, shows with episodes this short tend to focus on simple, self-contained stories instead of building deeper lore or long-term storytelling. With that being said, this could just be Hasbro testing the waters to see how fans respond before deciding whether it's worth investing in longer episodes. So all we can really do is hope G6 turns out to be amazing, because if it does, everybody wins. Oh, almost forgot. New episodes will be released every 2 weeks, just like they did with G5 and the Equestria Girls shorts. As for the release date, the only thing confirmed so far is that G6 is set to launch in 2027. My guess is it will premiere in the first half of the year, especially since the marketing campaign is already in full swing. To give you an idea, many toys company are selling My Little Pony toys, especially G4s like water. Can you believe that? Well, every pony, it looks like 2027 is going to be the year of the pony. It's been a long time since I've seen this much good news about My Little Pony. Now all we can do is wait for the next updates and hope Hasbro makes the most of this opportunity. Seriously, they've got everything going from them right now. They really can't afford to mess this up. They just can't. So yeah, honestly, I think this G6 has all the ingredients to be a huge success. What do y'all think? Hasta la vista!